All right, we back with America's favorite grandpa.
Where the truth hurts harder than Mommy Slipper.
So, I want to kind of get to America's favorite president.
And who is that?
I mean, by the looks of it, Donald Trump.
Nah, man.
It's not your favorite president?
No, Donald Trump is nobody's favorite president except the racists. People who's racist.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Once Trump tapped into racism when he first came in, we gonna stop all the Muslims and we the Mexicans and they rapists and everybody started loving him because they felt he was speaking to them. Donald Trump might be the sorriest president America has ever seen.
Oh, Donald.
Yeah, Donald Trump wants too much praise for nothing.
So a few things on Donald, right? So I know you've seen that. I know you're aware of that, of the Israel versus Gaza war.
Mm-hmm.
He's been trying to get a ceasefire,
Mm-hmm.
and multiple times on top. I think it's like the third time this week, I believe, or last week or something like that. He just signed off on a few papers, supposedly on the closest he's ever been to getting.
Mm-hmm. That was last week, a little over a week ago.
Right. They had like a little peace banner, if you've seen it. And just as they're getting, quote unquote, allegedly so close to getting a ceasefire, I think it was Israel who just bombed, threw some missiles at
It's
them.
possible because Benjamin Netanyahu, he cannot stop. That's the prime minister of Israel. He can't stop because he's facing criminal charges in his country.
Really?
So yeah, once he stops the war and now they pick another prime minister, chances are he's going to jail. He's already a war criminal. The International Court labeled him a war criminal, him and Vladimir Putin.
That's incredible. So yeah, speaking on Putin, I kind of feel like Trump kind of eased off the war with Russia and Ukraine. You think?
Yeah, Russia has something on Trump. Don't know what it is, but he always put his tail between his legs for Putin. Always.
Do you think like Putin has any kind of like chill? Like,
no, he's trying to conquer Ukraine and make that a part of Russia. He's never going to stop. No matter what Trump think he could say, he's not going to stop.
Right. He recently came to the U.S. right?
Yeah. Trump welcomed him in Alaska. But it goes to show, he is a war criminal. The International Court has a warrant for his arrest. But you bring him to the U.S. and protect him.
Right. It didn't look right. Yeah, that's incredible. Honestly, what's your take on Trump's relationship with Putin?
I really think Putin has something on him because he says nothing aggressive towards Putin. If you remember in 2016 when he was running for president against Hillary Clinton, he on national TV said Putin is stronger than our own president. Do you know how much credibility that gives to Russia for once you become president, for the United States president to say that Russia's president is stronger than America's president?
Yeah, I think there's a lot going on with that. I feel like, I don't want to say there's fear.
It's not fear. Trump not scared of nobody. Don't get that wrong. He is not scared of anybody. He has a mouth on him. Now, he's not going to go in the alley and fight you.
Right.
But he don't care what he said about nobody. The only person he does not say nothing wrong about is Putin. Everybody else, he could say anything he wants to. The president of North Korea,
right?
He called them Little Rocket Man and how he had bombed them and totally wiped them. He say all that, but he would never, ever, ever say anything bad about Putin. When they was in Helsinki and they asked him, what do you think about your intelligence community telling you that Putin interfered in the 2016 election? And he said, well, I asked him. He said it wasn't him.
You don't think like it's kind of more of like, speaking of like, how he's a war criminal, right? You don't think that, let's just say push come to shove, right? One of these countries were to arrest him. You don't think that would cause chaos?
No, because Russia really doesn't want Vladimir Putin. But anybody who runs for president against Vladimir Putin, he kills them.
You think so?
Yeah, they always die. It's not like okay, he woke up and put a bullet in their head. No, they always die.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whenever somebody try to oppose him to run for president.
Right. I think the system far as like presidency in these other countries are incredible.
It's different than here.
Of course. I just think it's incredible that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go more. Let's stay on the government side, right? So, what's your take on the government shutting down? You know, stopping food stamps and Medicare.
I'm willing to say that it's sad because the people in Congress, their families aren't going to go through what minority families are going to go through.
Right.
So they're not in session. The House of Representatives is not in session because there's a Democrat, I forgot what state, she won her election. So they will have to swear her in, and she's the key vote for the Epstein files. Plus, I believe Trump wants the poor to get poorer and the rich to get richer. That's why the richest people in the world, in the country, got $1 trillion tax cut. Meanwhile, you're trying to cut Obamacare, but Medicaid is going to stop, food stamps is going to stop. Some people are not even going to be able to have a good Thanksgiving because of you.
Yeah, it's crazy. Cardi B was just talking about that too.
And don't get it twisted. The House of Representatives and the Senate, they're all doing it. The Republicans are doing it because Trump said so. They would have been opened it up and then put it on Donald Trump's desk.
Right. I think. What about like, so Medicaid and Medicare and stuff like that.
Sad. It's sad because to try to not lose, you're gonna hold Medicaid and Medicare hostage to prove your point.
Do you think Trump is up to something? Like right now, like
no, Trump is just trying to enrich himself.
You think so?
That's all he's doing. But like right now, he's getting ready. He's getting ready to sue the. He's getting ready to sue the DOJ. Mind you, he's in control of the Department of Justice.
Right.
For $203 million because what they was trying to charge him with when he was a civilian, when he wasn't president.
Wow.
And everybody that he has working for him is loyalists. You have to be loyal to get this job. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have nobody that's qualified for these jobs.
Right.
Whatever I tell you to do, you do. Trump want to be a dictator, a king. That's why they had the No Kings rally.
Yeah, that was incredible too.
He want to be like, okay, do this, and that's it.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. I seen that No Kings rally. They was going bananas out there. All right, so what do you think about like the ICE agents and how they're doing their jobs? If you think they're doing their jobs correctly,
they're empowered by Trump. The DHS tell them, listen, do whatever you. How the hell you gonna go grab an American and lock them up because you think he's an illegal alien?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of complaints about like them grabbing wrong.
Yeah, you grabbing Americans, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's sad, man, because everybody wants to please Donald Trump so much that this is a very, very small man.
It's crazy because every video that I see of these ICE agents, it's like they're walking around with no boss.
Doing whatever they want to do.
Yo, I swear, like every video I see, it's like they literally are locking people up because they want to.
Guarantee you 100%. When it's time for Trump to leave, he's going to pardon everybody that had anything to do with whatever he said. That's why it's okay for you to do whatever you want to do. You could get away with it. As long as Trump said do this, you could do it. Do it, he's going to pardon every single person. Look at these people. These people attacked police officers, ran into the Capitol, trying to kill Nancy Pelosi and all them, and Mike Pence, your own sitting vice president, and you pardon all of them.
Yeah, that's a story I never understood.
Yeah.
honestly.
It just goes to show.
So a little more on the ICE agents, right? So the cartel just put a $50K bounty
I can see that.
on ICE. What's your take on that?
I think that's wrong. The reason why I say that is because the ICE agents are only doing what
They're led to do.
what they're told to do.
Right.
And I get it. You're upset at the way they moving, but they're not gonna move this way on their own. What they're doing is criminal.
Right.
Grabbing people, that's considered a kidnapping. Because if you can't prove that I am who you're looking for,
Right.
I am not the illegal alien you're looking for. You just grab me because I look like I'm Mexican or whatever. That's illegal. But the reason why they do it, and because I'm telling you, they're going to get away with it. There's nobody in DOJ, FBI, anywhere who's going to stand up to anything Donald Trump because he put them there to follow his law, his rule.
Right. All right, so let's move a little on from, the government and the rap and stuff, right? I want to kind of get the viewers to understand Grandpa. So I kind of wanted to ask you some questions based on yourself, right? So the first one is, what's the craziest thing you've ever been through in your life?
I would have to say the craziest thing I've ever been through in my life is losing my parents 9 months apart. One passed in December, the next one passed in September.
Yeah, that's got to be heavy. I can imagine.
And then a year later, I lost my oldest brother. So that was a lot within 2 years.
Yeah, that's tough. Damn, my condolences on that. What about what are specific race? Is there specific races that you don't like? I mean, we spoke about that a little.
Yeah,
before.
but you asked me a question, and it's the worst species on the planet Earth, man. No matter how you look at it, I asked you the question before, but I ask you again. If I was to get stabbed, shot, killed, robbed, jumped, chances are, who is it going to be? There you go. You don't even have to say nothing. You can let the audience answer that one. Chances. So how am I going to look at you in a loving way when I know the first chance you get, you ready to take my head off, and don't have a logical explanation for doing it, just because? If you ask a person why you want to kill America's favorite grandpa, they're gonna be like, nah, I just don't like the. But why?
Right. Well, if y'all want to go look at that topic, you can definitely go back to the last podcast and give a like and subscribe. All right, how about this? Name a time you've either felt a sign of disloyalty or witnessed a sign of disloyalty with your own eyes.
Well, I've seen it. Are you talking about like?
It could be a friend. It could be something you've seen with your own eyes that just something that has to do with disloyalty. That
I mean, I've seen a lot of disloyalty. Trying to pinpoint one, I don't know if it's whether with me or but I truly believe disloyalty probably comes with if it's talking about something that I've seen that I really don't want to talk about, as far as like personally, I would have to say the Dame Dash and Jay-Z situation. I think Dame Dash blames Jay-Z, but I think that disloyalty really come with Dame Dash.
right.
You the one that went on all the interviews just coming at Jay-Z for something that was actually your fault, for you trying to sign somebody behind his back that he might not got along with. So that's what the disloyalty stand like. You're supposed to tell a person.
Right. All right. What's one of your main regrets in life, if you have one?
I probably have regrets, but where I'm at in my life right now, chances are I don't have no regrets,
Right.
I have a beautiful family, a loving wife, So regrets, I don't know. I don't have any.
All right.
I probably wish I would have did more with my kids, but other than that, nothing.
So you mentioned your wife, right? What's I kind of want to ask a question based on like women, right? So what's your take on women's women nowadays compared to your era, your time?
Well, women nowadays probably feel like they need to be the man in a relationship. Because if you hear women nowadays, it's yo my and they always ready to pop off, and they the ones that's going to work. I see a big number of men pushing strollers and women racing to work.
Right. Shouts to our good fathers out there.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's like they change because they feel that they have to wear the pants now. Because a lot of these fathers nowadays act like women.
Facts.
They act like women. They really do. They act like prima donnas. Everybody's walking around with a bonnet. Yeah. You got the dudes worry more about their hair than they fit.
Right.
Yeah. They worry more about their hair than they fit. And it's like everything done changed than the way it used to be.
Right. So what's your take on or just some kind of advice if there was a guy looking for a woman, what is your take on a good woman?
A good woman is a woman that doesn't need you but wants you. A good woman is a woman that cares about your wants and needs the same as she cares about her own. A good woman is a person that's going to stand beside you and say, listen, let's tackle this, get this done.
Right.
When you got a woman who think, I gave you a little bit, so you got to do this, that's not a good woman. Because the same way you gave me some, I gave you some.
Mm-hmm. Women who bring up shit that they do.
Yeah, because they think men worship the punani, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I gave you a little bit, so you're supposed to do this.
Right.
Because in order for you to give me a little bit, I have to go in.
Right.
So I gave you a little bit. So let's erase that, the sex part. What are we doing for each other? Like, how are we holding each other down? How are we building this together? And that's what a good woman is.
All right, so a little more on the male side now. So what's your take on how, if you have a good woman, or not even if, just point blank, what do you think a man should bring to the table, or how a man should treat his girl?
See, me, I always felt, which is old school, I always felt that a man is supposed to take care of his family. Make sure they have a roof over their head, make sure they have food in their belly. But, again, we're both working, chances are you might make more than me.
Right.
So let's go ahead and split these bills, you know what I mean, and work together as a team, you know what I mean? So, but most men, like, there's a lot of guys that I know that think like they're God's gift to women, and
right.
You know what I mean, I'm laying this down so she could take care of everything while I go do me.
Right.
To me, that's not a man. A man is supposed to be like, listen, this is what I got, this is what I'm making, this is what I could contribute. Let's go ahead and put this together. Or here, do this, do that, take care of the house. You know what I mean? So I know old school is like the man take care of the family, but it might be a situation where we need to do it together.
Right. I think it's a big difference now, because back then, people was making millions, and even in the streets, honestly. So, and women were queens. So. Mm-hmm. They couldn't really. They were just at home, take care of the kids.
Most women work now.
Right.
And most guys just stand on the corner.
Right. Some staying home
talking
all day.
Shit. Yeah.
All right. So another question is, what is I believe I asked you if you had a regret before, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you had one wish, if everybody had one wish in this world, what would yours be? You only get one.
My wish will be to be filthy rich, because I can worry about making myself and my wife happy. I'm going to do that. But in order for us to live the life that we would love to live, you need money.
What's describe filthy rich?
100, 200 million. You know what I mean? That's filthy. You know what I mean? When you talking about you wealthy, you like in the 800-900 million billion. That's wealthy. You could never, like, you have to be a piece of shit to run through $800-900 million. $100 million is easy. You buy this one a house, you buy that one a house, you buy this car, that car, this car. You know what I mean? Jewelry. You could run through $100 million. But at the end of the day, at 100-200 million, you're still filthy rich.
I mean, I don't think that though. 100 million? You could run to 100 million?
Hell yeah. MC Hammer did it. Mike Tyson did it with 400 million. Yeah, Mike Tyson did it with 400 million.
What are these guys paying for? 100 million.
They
you
said
spend $1 out of 100 million.
They said MC Hammer used to give his people blank checks.
That's crazy.
Again, I don't know how true that is, but they say he used to give blank checks. They said Tyson, his man had a car. He told him he could have it or something. He left it. Something. Yeah, you could blow through 100 million. See, we don't see it because we never had it.
Right.
So if we get it, we know how to keep it. See, Mike Tyson thought he could keep on fighting, and he gonna get that money.
Right.
MC Hammer felt and keep on making music. I'm gonna get more money. But Tyson, Buster Douglas knocked your ass out. Now your purse going down. MC Hammer, you ain't got no hits, so your money, you know what I mean.
Right.
So it's easy, but $900 million, $1 billion, you cannot run through no matter what you could. Matter of fact, you could have terrible investments.
Right.
But I still don't think you could run through that much.
So what does the word wealth mean to you?
Wealth means your grandkids is good. No matter what happens to you or the kids after you or whatever, your grandkids is good. You're wealthy. Like that's generational. You know what I mean? Bill Gates, Warren Buffett,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
they gonna be good.
Yeah, this dude, Tesla, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. See, all those is generational wealth. Like, shit. Warren Buffett said, I forgot how much. He's like number 3 or number 4 in America, and he said all his money going to charity.
I think Elon Musk just became the richest man in I don't know if I'm mistaken it, but in the world.
Yeah, he been that though for a couple of years.
Wasn't
now.
it somebody else? Wasn't it?
It was Jeff Bezos.
It
was Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos, right?
Yeah.
I think it's 500 billion. 500 billion.
I don't know if it's that much. But Jeff Bezos from the Amazon, and then what's the name? Leapfrog with them. Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's. I could have sworn I seen 500 billion.
Oh, it might be.
Yeah, 492 billion.
Elon Musk.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. What you doing with $492 billion?
It's never gonna be enough for him. It's never gonna be enough for him.
That man trying to build another world.
And chances are, when you get money like that, you start shooting for $1 trillion. So you don't know how to stop.
Has anybody ever hit $1 trillion? No, right?
They say Vladimir Putin is worth over $1 trillion because they can't count his money.
Why not?
He's in Russia.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's his country. He
Pretty
can
much.
do whatever, you know. See, in America, you can't hide your money.
Right. It's
you
everywhere.
can't. Yeah, you can't have $1 billion in the closet.
Yeah, you made $20,000. You put in the safe. You had to take it out of the bank or something.
Yeah.
So it's on paper.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So that's about it for right now. Definitely looking forward to the next podcast.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Is there anything you want to tell the viewers?
Nothing, man. I just want y'all to keep an open mind. If y'all disagree with anything I say, you can
go fuck yourself.